Now that my time. Thanks very much, Carol. Brilliant, as usual. Our next guest speaker is a gentleman that I put down as a pearl orchid on the list. He bloody well should be by now, because he's one of the most accomplished speakers, presenters. I know he's very dedicated and he's really hard-working, and along with his lovely wife, who's also in the business. Just so you guys know, some of the most successful people generally in network marketing are those people that work as a family. So when you have husbands and wives and children, etc., all working, it really works well. So our next speaker, I'm going to get his surname wrong, I always do at the time, is a gentleman called Gediminas Grinevicius. Yay! He's going to be talking about the ZEN of MLM.
Alright, can everybody hear me? Fantastic. Yep. How's everybody? Terrific. Now this is a brand new training, so forget about you, I'm excited to see it. So we'll see how that goes. Now it's based on a book, and the whole book is it's been based on somebody's career as a network marketer of about 20 or 25 years. So the person just written a bunch of articles and put them in a book, and I really found it useful, and I wanted to share some of them, not all of them, with you here today. So I hope that you'll find it useful. And I think some of the stuff applies to brand new people who are just getting started in the business. Some of the stuff applies to people that have already been in the business for a while, etc. So I think that everybody can take something out of it and find something useful from it. So, first of all, network marketing. A lot of people, when they get started in network marketing, they feel embarrassed to talk about it because they think it's not like a real job really, or not like a real business, it's like a hobby thing, etc. And very often, you know, you can tell that if somebody asks you, what do you do for a living, by your response. If you go, should I say about that little thingy business thing that I'm doing, or should I tell about my job, then you're really not yet comfortable in being a network marketer and sharing it. So, if you're not yet comfortable, or you don't really think that network marketing is a serious business, let me give you some figures. Network marketing is $100 billion worldwide enterprise. That is equal to the economy of New Zealand, Pakistan, or Philippines. You know, so that should tell something. You know, good experience, bad image. You see, by surveys, etc., what a lot of companies found that people have generally a fantastic experience of network marketing and its products. If you ask your customers, if you call your customers 9 times out of 10 or more than 9 times out of 10, you'll get a good response. People say, yeah, I love the products, etc. However, as an image, sometimes it has a bad image because some people had bad experience, etc. Now, it is a 21st century business because it is such a fantastic model of building a business where you don't have to have any overheads, you don't have to invest an awful lot of money, where you can build a business from your home and earn equally or even more than people earn in franchises or any other traditional businesses. There's over 55 million people worldwide doing this business. So, you know, if you think that network marketing is not a really good business, that means 55 million people are idiots. You know, and I would seriously doubt that. And you know, really, there's few reasons why people join this business. First, obviously, to make money, and a lot of you here because you want to make more money. Second reason why a lot of people are joining is belonging to something. You know, personal development. I recently spoke to somebody, and I was saying that really the first thing that got me network marketing when I got first started wasn't the money, because as a rule, very rarely that you make an awful lot of money right away as soon as you get started. But what got me was being in front and being among a group of really, really positive people. You know, and spending time with them, people that are not whinging all the time, but they're oriented, they goal, you know, they set their goals, they want to achieve something in life, and just being around people like that changes you as a person. And leadership, you know, it's a volunteer movement if you think about it. You know, nobody actually gets paid to do this per hour or anything. So you really can't call your downline or upline or whoever and say you have to do this, because nobody has to do anything, right? Everybody here by their own will, and it's a volunteer movement. Therefore, being a leader in this business and becoming one is an absolute, it's worth gold. Because if you can become a leader and motivate people to do this without them even actually being paid as in a job, you know, just by the willingness and by the goal and vision, seeing the vision of this business, that they will earn big money one day, then that's absolutely incredible gift. And number 3 is changing lives. You know, I've seen so many people's lives changed, including my own, since when I first started network marketing. I think this is absolutely incredible way, you know, of earning money, because not only that we do earn money, but we change so many lives. You know, I always, when I get to the, you know, in the business opportunity presentation, when I get to the diamond orchid, I always say it's all very well for the diamond, but how do you think those 5 people as pearl orchids feel? You know, do they think they are mad at that person for inviting them into the business, or are they grateful? You know, and it's very clear, you know, that that person just changed another 5 people's lives. Okay, so one of the biggest concepts and one of the biggest benefits really of being in network marketing is residual income. And that's like royalty. So it's very important to understand what is residual or passive income. And that's like royalties. You know, singers release a song and they get paid years and years after. Every time somebody buys a CD or, you know, the song is played on the radio, they get paid for it. And that's exactly what we do in this business. We actually get paid for a duplicated effort. What that basically means, you do the job once and you get paid forever. And I always give example to people saying that at the end of this month, I'm not going to earn for what I did in January. At the end of this month, I will be paid for what I did in 3.5 years. Because in my first month in business, I recruited somebody, they went out, sold a bunch of products, and I got paid commission on that, right? But the second month, exactly the same happened. They went out and sold even more products. But now I didn't have to do anything, did I? So that's a truly passive residual income. This is something that you're building forever. And now 3.5 years later, I will be paid at the end of this month for the 3.5 years. Now tomorrow, if you do have a job, go back to your job and ask your manager, say, I did some overtime last month, could I get that same extra this month as well? And see what their answer is. Right? So it's the income you continue to earn based on the productivity of your initial business building efforts. So of course, there has to be something happening in order for you to get paid. And that is basically sales and consumption of the product. And the residual income means freedom, because that allows you to take the time off and still earn money, right? You can go on holiday and come back from holiday a bit richer, a bit more wealthier, right? And it's, you know, the really fantastic formula for that is consumable product with exceptional quality in great demand. Because consumable product allows you to earn money again and again and again. If a person bought a product, you know, that they don't really buy very often, then that is it. That customer is gone. They're not going to buy. You know, if you sell homes, you know, you're not going to be selling every month, are you, for the same person? You know, you sold once and probably you're not going to sell them in another 10 years or so. So this is a consumable product that we know we have. Secondly, exceptional quality. Now, could you agree that FM has an exceptional quality product? Right? If you can't agree, the door is there. Right? And then in great demand. Now, great demand is something really, really important. And also, it's the product, the type of business that we're in. Many companies out there, that they are in needs business. You see, people need their product. However, people also need to exercise every morning. They need to go regularly to the dentist, and they need to pay taxes. But do they want to do it? Not really, right? Now, we have a product. Would you agree that a person would not die if they haven't used your product? Would they be okay? Could they live without your product? Right? So they don't need it, right? But the difference is that they want it. And that's the best business to be in. To have the product that actually people want it. They don't need it, but they want it. And whether they have money, don't have money, whether they're rich, poor, whether they're white, black, green, blue, or yellow, they will want this product. And that's the beautiful part. And enduring strength of your network will be determined by your leadership. You know, so you cannot take a passive role and disappear. You have to be there, you have to be with your people, you have to be supporting them. And residual income means residual impact. So that means by the way you have motivated your team members, by the way you have impacted their life, that will determine by the residual income you will receive from the business. So if you're one of those people that people go, wow, when you leave the room, and they go, oh, I have to work with that person, I have to be in business with that person, you know that leaves residual income. So investing your time, energy, and effort in other people will build your residual income. It's not the product, it's not the company, it's the people. So if you invest all of your effort and passion into people, that will bring fantastic results. Okay, 1 minute networking. Now, a lot of the things that we do, it takes forever. And one of the things I wanted to share with you is a 1 minute networker concept, where doing things quickly. We have to learn to be brief. We are in a very fast-paced world that is ever changing, and we have to learn to do things quicker. So 1 minute product story. People don't need 20 reasons to try your product. They only need 1 or 2 good ones. So you have to be brief. You don't need to explain about the drum, the fan, and all the other bits before the person even tries the product. All you need to do is give them a few good reasons to do it. So what the product is, what you or someone you know have experienced with this product, and how much you love it and why. These 3 things will be enough. And use a recorder. If you still remember tapes, some of the recorders are tape recorders, get a 1 minute tape, and do it, And every time you hear a click, that's your prospect's mindset going click when you do the presentation. So if you're taking more than 1 minute, you'll hear the click, and you'll see your eyes start wandering off and then looking at the watch, the tape has clicked. So you have to learn to be brief, and you have to create that positive spark that leads to action. Whether it's about the business, whether it's about the product, when you talk to a person, you have to get them interested. You have to get them interested to go the next step, to watch your link, to give you a call, to do whatever leads to the next action. Okay, 1 minute why. Why are you in this business? Just 1 minute. Not the whole story, 1 minute. Very quickly. That gets people excited, when they hear that. 1 minute business story. You don't need to rush and cram and be concise. You don't need to take the 30-minute presentation and cram it into 1 minute. All you need to do is be concise. What is it? What is it like for you? And what's about it is of greatest value to you? Whether it's the income, whether it's being with other people, whether it's changing life, what is it for you? Why are you so excited about the business? And just share that. Just sow the seed. Sometimes we meet the person on a bus and we want to do the 2-hour presentation. That's too much. That's too long, and you get them scared. All you need to do is to get them interested and lead it to the next step. Go visit the website, call me back, or whatever reason. And 1 minute listening. Now you might be saying, okay, I can control my mouth to 1 minute, right? Well, how can I control another person? So the rule is 80-20. 4 minutes, your prospect talks, you talk for 1 minute. 4 minutes, your prospect talks, you talk for 1 minute. Not the other way around. Not you talking for an hour and allowing them to say 2 words, right? So always they have to be talking. Learn how to question people. Instead of just, vomiting the information on them, learn how to ask them questions that will lead them. They will sell the business to themselves if you allow it and if you ask the right questions. 1 minute goals. When you reach the level of success that you're shooting for in your business, what will it look like and feel like for you? What will you have, do, and be? Just write these quick goals. You don't need to take forever. 1 minute strategies. What is the next step? What is the single most significant thing you need to start doing to move you from this place where you are right now? And it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're golden orchid already, or diamond orchid, or whether you're at 3%. But what is the next step you need to start doing in order to take you to the next level? You have to give yourself those questions. 1 minute insight. When you have a training event, if you brought your team members today here, after this training, just have 1 minute insight. What is the one concept, idea, discovery, suggestion, theme, plan, or other element that characterizes the value that you got from this training, or the value that you got from this business opportunity meeting, or the value you got from this call? Just get feedback from people. Don't just give information and expect them to understand, but just get feedback. What did you think of it? What did you get out of it? Now, you've heard the comparison of, or the story about tortoise and the hare, right? Has everybody heard it? Okay, fantastic. Now, however, there is a slight fault there, right? Because if you do your business like a tortoise, you will hit the brick wall. Yeah? It is not a race. However, I've seen people choke the business to death by doing it way, way too slowly. You have to take action and you have to build. So some of the biggest networkers in the world came up with the $300, £300 solution, which basically they say as soon as the person reaches a level of earning about £300 per month, that will give them a concrete proof or evidence that this business will work, that they are earning money. Before then, they're still not quite sure because they're putting in their effort, they're putting in their time, and they're not actually seeing that much money, and they still sort of on their. So what we need to do is try and get people to earn at least £300 per month as soon as we can, as fast as we can, right? Because that will give them evidence that this business actually works. So it's called escape velocity. Doesn't matter how fast you do it, it actually does matter. It actually does matter. So there's a tide in the affairs of men which taken at flood leads to fortune. That's Shakespeare and Julius Caesar. And it's really, really, really important. We need to create it, you see. So most times you have to create that flood. And even though it can be artificial, it can be fake, but you have to create it. Which basically means that slow and steady wins the race. Nice idea, but it doesn't work. You have to create that flood. You have to create that momentum. And if you just started, if you just signed your registration yesterday, or you've been in this business for 3 years, it makes no difference. You can create that tide this month. You can just go bananas. And that's really the main idea. Slow and steady doesn't make waves. It doesn't create a tide. No tide, no flood. No flood, no fortune. So basically, you need to create that momentum. You need to create that excitement. You need to create that speed. One of the top leaders in this business in UK, Arena, her motto is always simplicity, excitement, and speed. Because speed will make the difference. When you do it fast, people see it differently. People can see the momentum and they get excited to be around you. So if the group moves slowly towards the escape velocity, it takes a lot of effort to maintain the belief system that you're all actually going to get there. Because if the person has made £10 for 3 months, it's okay. But if they made £10 a month for the 2 years, slowly they start losing the belief that this actually will ever going to work. But if you create that velocity, if you create that fast earning, then this way people will see the benefit and they'll believe. Otherwise, you'll have to motivate your people a lot harder in order to keep that belief. So 30 to 90 days to hit the £300 is really ideal. Some companies say at least within the first year you have to hit that barrier where you're actually making concrete money. Because £300, it might not look a lot for you, but for a lot of people, that might mean the difference of staying in the black or in the red on the bank statement. So that can be really, really good. Okay, so there's different names for that. Some companies call it 90-day blitz, 90-day sprint, Quicksilver Club, fast start program, create a storm, whatever it is, create it in your business. Create that boost to get people going. For 90 days simply, you go bananas at it, yeah? So you talk to everyone, you call everybody, you go all out, you make major wave, you go nuts, you kick ass and take names. Usually in network marketing, we do it the other way. We take names first and then we kick ass, right? But you go at it, right? That's really the whole idea. And following a recipe doesn't bake a cake unless you turn on the oven, right? So you have to turn up the heat because otherwise you just got the recipe, right? You've got the raw dough. So number one, decide to do it. Number two, go bananas and get people around you to do the same thing. But what if I'm shy, unsure of myself, uneasy about talking about business to other people? What if I'm truly a tortoise? Then sponsor a hair. Look then for business builders. Look for excited people because they will excite you. New people always excite me. Every time because when you work with people that have been for a long time in the business, sometimes they pull you down. Oh, is everything bad? I've got nobody to talk to. They'll find all the reasons not to do it. And they say if you look for an excuse, you'll always find the one that you like, right? But new people, they get you excited. They get you fired up. So look for people that are excited and that will help you. Okay, handling objections. Really, some people say this business is a numbers game because it takes many encounters with different people to develop communication skills to become a good networker. None of us learned it at school, none of us studied network marketing in university, etc. So we all have to learn it through experience. Now, there's 5 steps to mastering handling objections. So first is survival, second one is knowledge, third one is skill, fourth one is listening, and fifth one, well, I'll just keep it a secret for the time being, okay? So first one, survival. Basically, most people handle objections this way when they first get started in business. It's survival mode. So, it's fight or flight. They get defensive. Every time a person says, oh, but is this a copy? Is this one of those pyramid schemes? Or is this, whatever. They get defensive, they retreat, they either disappear or they fight back. They attack the person, So, this is really hardwired human behavior, and it's not very effective. Because if you win a lot of arguments, you will be very right, but you'll have very little customers and very little team members, because you're just basically fighting against them. But most people do that. It's hardwired. Now, next level up is knowledge. So now we learn to counter objection with facts. So we are more in control. It's still not great in terms of results, but now we calm down a little bit. Now, every time a person says, oh, is this a pyramid business? We go, well, let me explain to you. So we counter that with facts. Facts are features, and what people want is benefits, not features, really. So every year millions of drill bits are purchased, but what all of those drill bit buyers want is not drill bits, really. They want holes, right? Exactly the same way in this business. Many of us try and sell the features of the business. We say, oh, this, that, and this, that, this. But really what we should be selling is the benefits. It's the lifestyle. It's the trips. It's all the benefits that you'll get from this business. Not really the actual features of going out, selling the product, making £3.80, etc. Now, the next level up is skill. Now, this is where we build the skill, and now we focus on benefits. We anticipate the objections and handle them before they even come up. We use the feel, felt, found formula, where a person says, oh, is this one of those pyramid scams? And we go, oh, I know how you feel about it. I felt exactly the same way when I got first started. But what I found is that this is actually a legitimate business with a product where lots of people making money, blah, blah, blah. So we now are a bit more better at it because we've got the skill and we get better results, but it's still limited because it is a you-based formula and not them-based formula. And really, what you want to be doing is concentrating on the person, not on yourself. When you walk into a room, it shouldn't be, here I am. It should be, there you are, right? It should be always concentrated on the person. So, the next level up is listening. And this is really where we start listening to really what is behind that objection. So, most people's objections are 10% of what they are saying and 90% of what they are feeling. So what's changing? You are. You are now becoming not simply excited and enthusiastic about your products, company, and profession, but truly confident. The more grounded you feel in your opportunity, the less you will feel the need to defend, attack, or escape, or outlogic, or outmaneuver person that's giving you the objection. What you'll find is you'll truly be interested. So if somebody says, oh, but I couldn't do this, you might be saying, so why do you think that? You'll start digging deeper. What is that stopping them? And they will say, oh, I tried this before, but it didn't work for me, etc. So you will find the ways actually helping them really to come out of it. But number 5, and the best, is the mastery. That was what I didn't tell you in the first place. So the ultimate success to handling objections is to handle your own objections. Most of the time what is happening when you're getting objections from the customers or you're getting objections from business prospects is that they're actually reflecting you. It's like a mirror. So those objections that are mostly grounded in yourself, that's where you'll get most of the time. People who think that this product is too expensive, guess what objection they get most of the time? It's too expensive. People who don't really feel confident that they will succeed in this business, guess what objection they get most of the time? People go, you'll never succeed in this. You will never work. It's just a good bunch of etc. So it's mostly people get back what you read. So get really truly clear on what you're doing and how you feel about what you're doing. And the world will respond to you differently. If you feel 100% confident, but I mean 100%, you've got no shadow of a doubt that you will succeed in this business, trust me, people will look at you different. When you walk in the room, people will feel that you just walked into a room because you've got no shadow of doubt, And the objections people most consistently offer you is the gift for your development and ultimate success. Are precise expressions of those objections you hold most fiercely yourself. No more, no less. So really those objections that people are giving to you are good because it shows to you what you need to improve on. If a person keeps saying to you, the sample kit is too expensive, what you need to be working on yourself is to believe that this sample kit is worth every single penny. If you think that this 50 pounds is really a lot for the person to get started, then you'll get that objection 9 times out of 10. People go, oh yeah, it's a nice business, but I can't afford a sample kit. Because you unconsciously, even if you don't think about it, if you don't even say it, you give that message to the person that it's still a lot of the money. You know, when you ask for that 50 pounds or whichever way, they'll feel that. But if you've got no shadow of a doubt that that 50 pounds is absolutely life-changing and it's worth every single penny, when the person asks, you know, what sample kit should I get, you'll just go, yeah, the 50 pound one. There's no question about that. Right? But if you don't feel confident, you'll go, yeah, but by the way, they do £7.50 as well. You know, you could, well, they don't do that anymore, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, affirmations. Now, earlier on, Stephen gave you an affirmation. Yeah, I'm a money magnet, and today is my success day, right? However, affirmations, for some people, they don't work. Like, you know, saying the same thing over and over again, you know, sometimes it doesn't really work. I'm personally, I'm a bit like that. You know, if I wake up in the morning and stand in front of me and I go, you're a handsome, you're a brilliant, you're a millionaire, and you know, you've lost your teeth with amazing regularity and all that, it doesn't really work that well for me. However, what works for me very well is affirmations. So affirmations, sometimes they are boring and they are same all the time because the response to it is the same. You know, you are fantastic, I am fantastic, you know. But affirmation is a bit different because they bring different answer every time. So affirmations invite a response. Therefore, they invite a thought. So when you wake up in the morning or every single day, you can ask yourself certain questions that will make you think, that will make you excited, that will make you goal-oriented. You know, so what can I do today to make the world a better place? What was the very best thing that happened for me today, this week, this month, this year? Right? What is my most powerful next step? You know, and just think about it. What is the most important thing for me to do today? Every morning you wake up, think, what is the most important for me to do today? And do that. You know, question yourself, and this way it brings ideas, it brings things, you know, it's called, it was said on the webinar, I think it's called activating reticular system or something like that. You know when you think of buying a new car and you decide, I'm going to buy BMW 5th Series, and you start seeing BMW 5th Series all over the town, that's your brain looking for it. So if you in the morning get up and think, how could I recruit people? How can I get more people into my business? What will happen is you turn on your mind, and as you go out, you'll start noticing these things around. You'll start noticing, your brain will start looking for that. Same way that it spots that car, it'll start spotting opportunities and situations for you to sponsor a person or sell the product or recruit somebody or whichever way. You know, so it's really, really good to work with your brain and help it to help you. Okay, your single most important sale. Do you know what's your single most important sale? Good, good. Okay, so not a literal merchant sale of selling a bottle of perfume, but it's really successful sponsors' most critical and important action is selling, first of all, the benefits of network marketing. You know, the tax advantages of a home-based business, you know, creating income-generating asset, etc. Secondly, it's selling yourself. You know, what do you have to offer to that person you're sponsoring or you want to sponsor as a leader? Why would I join your business? What is it that you will provide me, or how will you help me, or what will you offer for me to join your business? Because otherwise I can just go to your competition. I can go and sign up in Steven's team, right? Right? So what is it that you can offer me, right? Think about it. You know, when you're trying to sponsor somebody, how are you selling yourself? Are you just going, oh yeah, that's the sample, that's a registration form, sign it here, you can do the business, etc. Or are you selling yourself? Are you saying, look, you know, we will do this is how I'm going to help you, this is how I'm going to support you, this is how help you reach your dreams. And selling them on them, and that is the most important sale. You see, sometimes you have to sell your prospect on their worth. Sometimes you have to validate their achievement of their dreams. Because sometimes people will not believe themselves. Because throughout life, our dreams are actually beaten out of us. When we go to school with our parents, etc. No, you can't do that. No, you can't achieve that. No, you will never be an astronaut. No, 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 no. People are beaten down so many times in their life that they forget to dream. And sometimes the first sale you have to do is sell them their dreams. You know, so they don't even believe that they could achieve their own dreams. And your ability to sell them on that dream, to sell them on that they are good enough to become successful in this business is probably your most important sale. So your job description as a sponsor is to be the steward of other people's dreams. To be an effective sponsor, you need to believe in the people you're coaching. Even when they don't believe themselves. You have to have that belief that they will really succeed. And that's, again, it coming back to your unconscious. If you think that, yeah, well, probably isn't, probably is not going to be a leader, then you'll give that out. One way or another, they will get that from you. So you have to have absolute conviction that they will succeed. So you need to create a picture in your own mind's eye of that person becoming successful. Then you need to sell them on that picture. Say, look, I can see you becoming a leader. I can see you achieving this, that, or the other. And then you need to have the red hot enthusiasm, which is fire. But the real job of selling others on their own eventual success is often much quieter and much less dramatic job. It's a slow bed of coals and not a fireworks display. So you have to keep it on. They will go through this wave. They will succeed today, they'll drop tomorrow. They'll succeed today, and tomorrow they'll get their dream shattered. But you have to be that stable source over there, where they know always they can turn to you, and they know that you have unshakable belief in this business, and you will be there forever. Because if they see you going like that, then it's no good. It's no good. So you have to have absolute conviction of this business. And being there for them while they're going through the ups and downs, wins and disappointments of their initial network marketing, building business efforts, it will show them that this business will work whether or not, they will succeed today or not. Because they know that eventually they'll get where you are anyway. And paying for the lunch. Why some people get into this company and take off and speed like a bullet whilst I'm moving like at a snail's pace. Right? A lot of people ask themselves, some people have been in the business for 3 years and they're at 21% level. Some people join and 6 months later they're diamond. Why does that happen? And very often people think that this is down to luck. They say, why some people been in for years and others come in and zip, through the achievements in a matter of weeks or months. And there's a reason for that, guys. It doesn't happen by chance. You see, when people shoot up in the record time, it means one of the two things. First thing, what comes up must come down. Right? So if they're really not, there yet, if they're not really a leader, etc., they're on a roller coaster, rapid growth without strong underpinning. So they just go lucky by sponsoring a couple of good people, etc., and they shoot up really fast, but because they haven't got a strong foundation, they haven't got strong understanding and strong leadership, they will come down. And they will come crashing down. The second thing, what it might mean, they're actually creating a huge organization that is for real. That will indeed last, and I promise they're doing it on the back of years of struggle or hard-won insights in network and connections. You see what happens often, people don't see that. They see a new person coming in, and they go right up through the achievement levels, and they hit the top levels, and they go, wow, they're just lucky. And they're not. The chances are that that person have built their business, or not their business really, but their network of contacts through years and years and years and years. Whether it's a teacher who just joined the business, whether it's a pastor who just joined the business, whether it's whatever person who just joined the business, they already have a network of contacts built, that people that they probably helped for years, mentored for years, and looked after for years, etc. And now, what they are doing, they're plugging this business into their network. So some people say they got lucky because they don't see the work that has gone on before. When they come on board our business, they are able to plug our company in their achievement, and that's why it looks like magic. But it isn't. So what you should be doing, you shouldn't be disheartened, because when I first started, I didn't have a large network of people to plug into. I had to start building it from scratch, finding every single customer, every single distributor, one by one. Because I didn't have large world market, I came from another country here, etc. So I had to build it bit by bit, and it took me considerably longer. Other people come in and they've done the business before, or maybe in another company, or maybe they've got a large network of friends and family, etc. They come in and they plug the business into that network, and it grows really fast. But you shouldn't be disheartened. You shouldn't feel, oh, that person just went past me, sod that, I'm quitting, I'm not good enough. It isn't like that. Everybody got a different situation, yeah? So this is really me. Guys, I've run out of time already. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you found it useful, and there's more to come. Okay. Another thing is getting stretched, and some people say, and we've heard that earlier, Sort of. Not really, you know, because sometimes you will have to stretch. You see, opportunity to work with other people who are good for us, but not necessarily fun things to do on Sunday list is also good. Sometimes, you know, you'll have people that you recruit, and they are nightmare to work with, but they will change your business. They will build massive structures, and they will revolutionize your business. However, it might be difficult to work with them. So whether it's the person you sponsored, or whether it's your sponsor, sometimes it's just we have to learn how to work with them. As Shakespeare says, the course of true love never did run smooth, right? So we have to sometimes learn to work with people. We have to get over our own egos and our own, you know, limitations. So, you know, if you don't like the sponsor, there's few things you can do. Number one, do nothing. You know, track upline or downline till you find someone you find easier to work with, etc. But that leads to attrition, that leads to resentment, and that leads to downlines with weakening goals in them. Because you're trying to skip the person, you know, and go to better person. You know, I don't like Ian, so I'll go to Viruti, you know. I don't like Steven, so I'll go and talk to Roy. And that becomes very, very difficult because that will create friction. Number two is complain. Call the entire upline about it and call the company and request the transfer. Now, one hint, in the army, soldiers who request the transfer are not very popular. I promise you that. So, again, you know, that's really not a way to go forward. Number three, and the best, as you might have guessed, is work on it. The road less traveled and sometimes quite a stretch. And you do have to stretch yourself. You know, we cannot be just black or white. We have to be, you know, in that gray area sometimes, you know. So the opportunity to be the best person you can be, it's the personal development. You know, that will grow you as a person. If you learn to work with a person you really don't like, it absolutely changes you as a person as well. Because you think, you know, you think better of yourself as well then, you know, because you don't go down to their level where you try and always overcome that. So learning how to communicate with a human being leads to a higher person. You know, you just have to be that person. One of the other things that I wanted to mention is the treacherous dichotomy. And this is very, very important. This is, we're going down now into psychology. You know, a lot of people when they get started in this business, they've got this understanding of, you know, philanthropy, giving, altruism, networking. This is what we do, right? We're all about helping other people, right? Wrong. Most people live in this assumption that there is a fundamental contradiction between self-interest and altruism. So you're either helping yourself or you're helping others. For most people, psychologically, they cannot, you know, see both as together. You know, I'm either greedy, manipulative, and focused purely on my own personal gain, and it's poor, you know, at this poor slob's expense, or I'm a big-hearted and generous on a mission to help this person, and must studiously avoid any hint of result that could actually improve my own lot in life. You know, now you might not, again, think of it consciously, but unconsciously you might be doing it. You see, if you don't think that you should be benefiting from other people, that you should be earning from other people, or that you should be, you know, any other way, you know, using other people for your own use, what might be happening is that you're helping everybody in your team, but every time you approach the threshold where you should maybe go up to the next income level, or maybe next level on achievement, or whatever, you will actually unconsciously sabotage your own success. You will do something that will put you away again, and you go back to where you were and you feel comfortable and safe. And again, you work in being this good person helping everybody else, but not yourself. Sometimes we have to overcome that. We have to understand that in this business, you know, there is no difference between helping yourself and helping others. There is no difference. It actually merges together. So by helping others, you will help yourself. And you want it or not, you will become filthy rich in this business. Right? So you have to accept that. You have to accept that, you know, good things will wait for you. You will get rewarded and you will get to earn really nice money, really nice cars. And it's okay to do that. You know, you're not using other people because, remember what I said? By becoming a diamond orchid, you've just changed 5 lives of other people because they became pearl orchids. They are earning money, they are getting cars because of you changing that life, right? So network marketing, there is no distinction between effective self-interest and effective altruism. You know, you have to accept that because otherwise you'll always have that in the back of your mind. 8th day of the week, you know, a lot of people say someday when I have time, I'm going to. Someday when I have money, I will do. You know, and I said that before. You have to forget about this, guys. Now, it's a lie. You know, it will never happen. Someday is not a vision of my future. Someday it's a fantasy, nothing more. You know, goals don't get built on someday, you know, because that's 8th day of the week. So you've got to grab hold of those particular steps you have to take today to move your dream further, you know, financial freedom from the realm of Sunday to the world of right now. So goals will help you to move on, will help you to go there. Right? And the free world leadership, stop, look, and listen. Stop what you're doing. Stop thinking about yourself. Stop, you know, your situation, your business, your life, what's on your plate at the moment, and hold everything. And then look what's happening. Look what's on, you know, with what your people are doing. Look at who they are and what's actually going on for them. And then listen. Really listen to that person you're talking to. You know, so when you're trying to become a leader of people, try and listen to their point of view. Try and listen to their dreams. The way you listen to your people not only tells you what they need from you as a leader, it also reveals what you reveals to you where their leadership resides. You know, so when you listen truly to them, you'll spot the leaders in your business. You'll spot the sellers. You'll spot, you know, the different people. So what I wanted to show is this. So this is the book. It's called The ZEN of MLM by John David Mann, and he's been in this business for a very long time. You know, and he's been a success. He is a success. He's a millionaire in this business. And you know, if you can grab hold of this book, it is absolutely fantastic. I only use about half of this book to do this slide, so I think it's to be continued.